Welcome everyone. I hope this video finds you well and good. Got an exciting walkthrough here for you today. When I see this, I think of two things. I think of Paul McCartney and I think of the Beatles. I believe even to this day, Paul is still playing this bass. So it's iconic in its look, it's iconic in its sound. It changed the shape of pop music forever. So I am tickled to death that Toontrack decided to take on this challenge because it's a challenge. So we're going to walk through it and see how they fared with that challenge. So join me on this. Let's get started. First thing is first. All of the MIDI here is from the included Sixties expansion pack. If you're looking for additional grooves in the same similar style or vein, they do offer expansion packs. This one in particular, the British Invasion. So without further ado, let's rock and roll, mate. We're going to start with the Clean DI. We have two different styles, the pick muted and the finger style. Interesting, they picked the pick muted rather than just the pick. My guess is, if you guys know the story behind Paul McCartney and his rise to becoming the bass player in the Beatles, you know he was a guitar player first, but George didn't want to play bass, and John didn't want to play bass, so Paul stepped forward and said, I'll do it. And he did it, and he did it well, and he still continues to do it to this day. And the way he plays is very much like a guitar player. I'm sure a lot of you guys that are guitar players out there have all stepped in at some point in time and played bass. We've gotten through a gig, right? Helping out, taking one for the team. But regardless of how much we love playing bass, when asked, we still look like a guitar player playing bass. Hence, Paul McCartney, when you look at him even to this day playing this particular instrument, he looks like a guitar player playing a bass, specifically a pick muted style. So I found that very interesting. Really honing in on the details. So kudos to them on that. Let's see what this thing can do. Here we go. We have a treble filter. Really brings out the presence of the bass. Okay, something I just noticed, guys, when this is up at any certain percentage, no matter what it is, if you take out the instrument volume, you can still hear the sub bass. Did you guys hear that? Almost as if you're outside of a club or you're outside of a car with a big, stereo just cranking. So what does that tell me, and why is that important? Well, it's not like super important, but I think what that means is this harmonic addition, the subharmonic addition specifically, was added post-recording chain. That's my thoughts. Just to give you more options in how you want to shape the low end. Just a hunch. I don't know that to be a fact or not, but that's my guess on that. Ballad presence. The compressor's not too aggressive, which is just right. Very plucky. All right. Bottomless. Indeed it is. Okay. Combo reverb. Listen to that spring. I'm a sucker for bass with reverb or any sort of room emulation added. Dirty plate. This one just surrounds you already. First note wraps right around your head. That's my favorite one right there. Guitar combo. Just kind of cleans it up a little bit. Not any real heavy drive, but it does sound like the pots need to be cleaned. So I don't know if that's an added effect for realism or not, but kudos, Toontrack, kudos. Perfect amount of drive on that. Really like that preset as well too. Low power tube amp. Lots of low end in this right off the top. Think of this as a tilt filter, guys. Boosting the highs, attenuating the lows, vice versa. It's got a little bit of a head cold. That area, that 700 to 900 area, sounds a little nasally there. Which for a bass, that's the area you're going to really push to have it poke through a mix. Solid state. Is this a preamp boost? Yes. Wow, nice. Very nice. That one's got that emphasis too in that nasal area as well. Really like that. Vintage valve head. I likes my room. Okay, that might be my favorite now. Warm tubes. Also something I noticed too, the sub bass plays really well within each of these presets in regards to whatever they're doing with the bass, whether it's a low cut or a low boost. So when you crank that sub bass, if you want to clean out that mud, if you guys listen there, we've got this boosted all the way. Really tightens that image. And you want to tighten it even a bit more. So these play really nice together. I love that. Okay, we're on to the finger play style, which this one will be clean, DI. completely different sound, guys. Ballad Presence. And if you guys are wondering too, if you're just kind of getting into music production or trying to understand frequency ranges and specific areas, just a little general tip on this. The boost on this is going to be more towards your fundamental. So you're looking at somewhere between 80 and 120. That's what this is going to enhance. This is going to enhance that 30 to 60 range, okay? So if you have a mix that you have a kick in it that doesn't have a lot of sub, there isn't a lot of information down there, like at 50 or 60 or anything like that, and it's got a real clicky, high-end type of kick, well, this is an area where you would boost in your bass to fill in that particular frequency. We'll call it the zone, that area, to fill in everything and make it so there's no, lapses of frequencies that need to be there. Vice versa, the same thing too. If you've got a lot of subby kick, well, then you're probably going to want to boost this area, the fundamental of the bass, because you're going to have more focus there. So it's just a trade-off. But those two particular instruments, the kick and the bass, they do seem to fight a lot for the same frequencies. And you just got to, referee between them both and say, you go to your side and you go to your side. But knowing what each one of these does helps you referee. Okay? Bottomless. That dirty pot again. Get some cleaner. That is just downright nasty in a good way, in a great way. I love that. Okay, that's my new favorite preset. Combo reverb. Okay, dirty plate. Oh, that bass really brings out that distortion. Okay, that might be my favorite preset. Guitar combo. Perfect amount of drive. Okay. Low power tube amp. A little bit of that nasal congestion there as well. Very nice. solid state preamp booster. Almost sounds like a wah, guys. Okay, that's my favorite. Okay. Vintage valve head. Got that room. Just wraps around you. You can't even really focus the image when it's like that. I love that. Just surrounds you. Okay, I'm done saying favorites now. Let's just call them all my favorites and I'll be done with it. Warm tubes. Very subtle on this. Listen to how much difference that makes. It really brings out that presence, focuses that top end for you. All right, guys, that was the last one. Well, hey, I love it. I hope you guys did too. I guess the thing that really surprises me about it, this is not just something that you want to have a, quote, 60s vibe. This is kind of a Swiss Army knife type of expansion pack for me. And what led me to that belief was just the varying degrees of distortion, the reverb and room elements, the preamp booster, the mid-range, kind of a lot of that nasal area is really highlighted in here as well. A pluses in my book. So yeah, Toontrack hit another home run. Kudos to you, Toontrack. Thanks, guys, today for coming along with me on this. If you did get anything from this video, please do like and subscribe. And until the next time, later.